Hey guys, good evening. We're starting exactly 1 minute from now, so just hang in there for a little bit and we should get right in. Just one more minute, all right? Thank you for joining. And also, you could use the reaction button to react just to show that your network is good, right? So if your network is good wherever you're joining from and you can hear me clearly, just react. All right, thank you. Okay, all right. Hello, everyone. Good evening or afternoon, or depending on the time we're joining from, right? Okay, yes. If you can hear me clearly and your network is good, you can use the reaction button or you could unmute your mic. Anyone that works. Okay, Kelechi, I see your reaction. Thank you. Miriam, what's up? Okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah. We're back again. We're back again. How you guys doing? I'm so happy to meet you guys again. Like,
Oh, Miriam, I need a class. I need a class rep. What do you think?
what did you say?
I need a class rep. What do you think?
Class rep.
Yeah, it's a study group. You
Hey,
don't have a class rep.
wait. Where is China? Is it China, Lauren? I'm sorry, please. How am I going to I delegate her.
You're nominating Chinalu as the class rep. Interesting. I'll come back to this conversation. Don't worry. You see. You see. You see. We'll come back to this conversation. Oh God. All right. Sorry. Miriam just took me through a roller coaster. We were up, now we're back. All right. Good. So great. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to review call for our studies. I'm Timothy, and I'll be the voice you probably be hearing throughout this call as the lead voice. Yeah. Um, let's get into it. This is not a public speaking, so you're going to hear a lot of I'm not going. There's no. There's. I mean, you know what it is. Okay, so I trust our day was good, and I hope our loved ones are fine. Some of us, Osi, you talked about your health. Sorry about that. And I think a number of persons too have had challenges. Kenny, I think there was Kenny, there was Osi.
Yeah, I'm fine now.
All right, good. I think on one, two other persons, these things they do happen, right? And every time you have a challenge like this, what you can do, one of the most effective ways to manage, when you have challenges is communication. All right, I think I want to start with that. All right, try as much as to communicate with those you're in commitment with. All right, it's nobody's going to say no, don't do it, or penalize you for that. The only thing that will happen is that it helps everyone to be aware. We can't know what's going on if we don't communicate, right? So moving forward, this is to everyone. All right, I just need to start with that. All right, I trust the weather. We're not under the weather. If you're under the weather, grab a pillow or somebody to keep you warm. not us, because we're here for business, right? All right, so I'm Timothy, and tonight we're having our second review call. Let's start with a bit of a background summary. So, does anybody want to tell us what we've done for the past 5 days, or for the past our 5 day study? Can anybody just like give us a summary? What have we been doing here? Have we been playing? Have we been too serious? What have we been doing? What have you could personalize it if you cannot generalize, you can personalize. All right, and just tell us what's the study. What just summarize what we've learned so far. Right. So we're gonna start with a summary. I'm giving the itinerary for tonight. Okay. So we're gonna start with a summary, and then we are going to give each of us are going to give a feedback of what we've done, challenges, ways we've been able to overcome our challenge, what you've improved over, right? Something you've improved on over time, right? If you've learned some things new to what you've done, you could also talk about it, right? If you found a better hack throughout this study, maybe you've learned a way of balancing your schedule, you could also share that with us when I get to your turn to speak. All right. And after we've done that, which is our third thing on the list, the fourth thing will be a project walkthrough. Right. I notice I've not admitted some people into any project group, right? And it's intentional actually, right? Because I keep to some of the very important rules to me. So if you've not been admitted into any group, sorry, it's there was a deadline and that deadline have exceeded. All right, but then I'm going to walk us through the projects of the three projects we'll be doing. All right, so that'll be like our third thing for tonight, and then we're gonna have like questions coming in from all sides, whether questions regarding to the studies or question regarding to the project I'll be presenting to us, right? And then if you also have a challenge, a technical challenge with the tools, we will also address it tonight. All right. Because that's what the review call is about. All right. So these are like the three, four things we'll be doing. And let's see how much we can cover tonight. So who wants to give us a summary? I can't wait to get into the conversation already. Who wants to give us a summary of what we've been doing? You can analyze it though. Not all right. Omar, what's up? You can go ahead and speak. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Although your volume is a bit low. Mm,
Uh, okay. Good evening, everyone.
good evening, Chief.
So, basically, what I've learned is the early lesson that we learned was about databases and the different database management system. And
Okay.
then I can't remember if we actually learned anything about data. We did not did not treat data and different types of data, but well, we are really concentrating on SQL. So I'm very very happy that I joined this bootcamp because it has really helped me. So basically, I'm personalizing it. I've been talking to data a lot using SQL. So that's basically it.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Mo. Yes, we've actually true. You're right. Actually, Mo is right. We didn't really go into all this data analytics. I mean, all of that we could get them online. They're open resource for that. Right? We're just diving straight into SQL. So it means that we know what we're here for, and within the time that we have, we just want to get the best, connect with each other, and build project over time. And then we can now, someone said, how do you tell somebody the value of data analytics without mentioning data in the conversation? Maybe you think about that for a little bit. How do you make somebody see the value of data analytics without mentioning data is data that? Why having that conversation? Right. So I think that's what we're doing. We're trying to really explore data analytics, and we're measuring in SQL, but we're not even talking about data. Literally, we're talking about SQL. So that's a way of saying, how do you make somebody understand data analytics without having to talk about data analytics, like data, and stuff? All right, good. Thank you, Mo, for sharing that. So let's get into the feedback. Um, so far. I know day 3, 4, 5 was not friendly, and some of us were able to take some studies, some quizzes, right? So I just want to hear from each of us. Everybody's going to speak, all right? So if you're in a very noisy place, you could just quickly go to the comments and start pouring out your hearts, because I just want to hear from you what you think and what's going on, right? So if you're in a noisy place, you can use the comment section, but if you're not, it's beautiful. I want to hear you speak. Just so you know, this call is recorded, all right? Because everything we do here, we document it so that we can have, moments to review, to watch, and all that, and then we back it up on our resource repository, which is the Google Classroom, right? So just know the call is recorded, right? But that doesn't restrict us from speaking, because these recordings are actually for us to be able to, share thoughts. I mean, if you guys can remember the project that we're doing currently, I got some piece of the idea from this call, right? So I had to go back and listen to the recording, and I was like, okay, I see what's going on here. I think I can do this, I can do that. So the call being recorded is actually for growth and improvement's sake. So feel free to express any thoughts you have. So let's just start from anyone. We can go randomly. There's no pattern to the calls, right? Anybody can go first and speak, and we would hear from each other. So the pattern of introduction is start with your name or what you want us to call you, then tell us what the study has been for you, then talk about your challenge, and then if you figured out the challenge, tell us how you figured it out, right? So we can learn from how you solve your problem. I'll say that again. Four patterns. Tell us your name or what you want us to call you. Then tell us what the study group has been for you. Then talk about your challenge. What are some of the challenges or any challenge you've had to face, and how did you overcome the challenge, right? So that way others can learn from you. All right. So that's the four metrics. Anyone can go first, guys. Anyone can go first. Should I call names? I know, conversations like this. I mean, it's a study group. The teacher wants to call name. And you at the back with your collar shirt not well cuffed. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, let me start with my prospective class rep, Miriam. Hi, Miriam. What's up? How you doing?
Hey, today not today. God. Okay. Oh, I don't really have much to say.
Okay.
My name is Miriam. The study group has been so amazing. No, like I've been able to build strength with this study group, and I like it. I like the way it's going.
Nice.
I had prior experience, yes, but it's not really strong.
Nice.
So the study group is actually strengthening my knowledge in the theoretical aspect
Mm,
of SQL, because I would say before now I am only interested in just doing that technical thing, the query. Let me just know it and that's it. But I noticed that I need to have some understanding, like a deeper understanding about some things about like the theory aspects,
yeah.
which this study group has been able to build for me. So another challenge, like one of the challenge I have with myself is just timing. Yes,
Mm,
it's timing for me to be able to like be more consistent with my practice work and learning. Although I'm doing my best to meet up, which I've been, but it's just like it's a big challenge for me. Really, I have to be honest with myself because I have a baby I'm taking care of. I'm working, and I just have to create time because this is also what I want. So that's it. I've been able to learn a lot. I can't start listening because everybody knows what we have been learning. We are doing the same thing. So
yeah.
I've learned a lot, I must say, and the study group has been so great for me. So another thing I've been having challenges posting on LinkedIn.
Yep.
I should be doing that, but I haven't even started. I followed China Lurum. Please pronounce your name. I followed you. Follow me back. Please, I would also be following some of our guys today. Please, if you can drop your link so we can just click on the link and follow each other. So
Right.
that's another thing I've been missing out. I want to put myself out on LinkedIn, which I've not been doing. And I would ensure I start doing it maybe from next week or maybe this weekend. I
Yep.
hope I've been able to say some things. The fourth point, I don't know what it is, but that's it. That's all I have to say.
All right, thank you, Miriam. Exactly right. You're right. You're right. Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. That is it. Being able to find that balance between concept and technique. It's true. It's really true. I think if we're gonna really be good with this AI thing and automation coming in, if we're gonna really be good as data professionals, it's in the concept first. Because even the HR can learn techniques. There's a lot of videos on YouTube. They can learn SQL by just watching these videos, right? They can even get an AI agent that could do this thing, that could query data. Who needs an analyst with automation and AI? But why do we have to know these things if we have tools like this? It's the concept. It's our understanding that gives you the balance between how you think and how you come in to provide solution to a problem. And that's even why they will even hire you at the first place, right? How you think. And you think one thing, and you know one thing about your thinking is that it's not your CV that shows your ability to solve problem and think. It's your traction. That's why some of them they go to LinkedIn and they try to do a research about you. So I applied for a research, an AI research institute, right? I wanted to like get into a research with some guys, and I saw some of like the two people came to my LinkedIn and they read through my LinkedIn, and then later one person called me, like they reached out to me, right? And I noticed they saw my LinkedIn post, and that's the thing, right? Your thinking, it's everything to your ability to do something. So LinkedIn is a way to keep that thought. It kind of summarizes the kind of person you are. So that's another reason why you should always share what you're doing on LinkedIn. It keeps it document. It documents your process for you, right? So that's a good one, though. Miriam, you're right. Thank you so much, guys. This is good. And the fourth thing I was saying was, how did you solve the problem? And I think you actually answered it. You talked about how you solved the problem, yeah, indirectly. Okay. Who's going next? Who's going next? Don't forget the four templates. What's your name? What challenge you've had? I mean, how's the study group been for you? A challenge you faced, and how did you even figure it out? Yeah.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Uh,
Faith Alpha.
yeah, I'm good, man. Good evening, sir. Okay, my name is, okay, you can call me Faith because my name is Faithfulness.
Okay.
And, Omo, no lie to you. I'll be honest, the study group has been awesome. It's been amazing because I'm someone who is fighting procrastination, but since I've joined this study group, I've been able to curb procrastination, although before now, but this study group has actually helped me a bit to curb that. Like when I remember like I have something to do, so I don't procrastinate more again. So I try to like, okay, let me do it ASAP because I know there are stuffs that are being piled up for me to do. So I try to do anything that I've planned. Okay, I'll do it ASAP. No time to procrastinate. That's one way the study group has helped me. Then it has also broadened my knowledge on SQL because um I previously joined an academy. I learned about data analysis, but the knowledge on SQL was shallow. So
Mm,
I knew I needed deep knowledge. So I said, okay, I need to like focus on SQL. That was why I joined study group. So the study group is something that has built my SQL knowledge gradually, although it's really slow because of some factors. It's really slow, but I really want it to be fast. Like I know what to do. So those factors are that's the challenge now.
mm.
The timing, I think, it's a major factor for everybody. Almost, okay, let me not say everybody. It should be like for 80% of people, timing right now should be um, a very big challenge because time is the only thing that we have right now. So
Exactly.
it's I think it's insufficient if I would I use that word if I would use that word. But we just find a way to curb it and manage it. So timing has been one big issue for one big challenge for me. But I've told myself that I'll try to make sure I do something from the study group or concerning the study group or concerning my growth on SQL every day. I must do something every day.
Good.
Then that's how I've been trying to fight that challenge. Then the other aspect and the solution. So yeah, I think I've talked about that. And the other challenge I have is the LinkedIn, the posting on LinkedIn. Not as if it's a problem, but also because of timing. I've not done anything concerning posting on LinkedIn or Twitter or even GitHub. And that's one big one for me. I've told myself that time is going. I need to start doing something in that aspect. So for now, that's what's up. But I know I would definitely catch up or scrap. Yeah.
Right.
And
Great. Faith. Yeah, you took the word out of my mouth. Timing is something that everybody is going through right now. So being able to like figure a way around it, it's personal, right? You have to come up with like a plan for it. And I like the way you already have structured yours. Every day you have to do something about SQL. It's this little bits that actually makes the mind, right? It's the little bits that make the mind. And that is something that you're already doing. So kudos to that. That's actually very solid. I think the study group is coming in at the end of the year. For some of us that are not in the community, the second edition is coming at the end of the year, and this end of the year it's tight. Yeah, I can imagine with work, family, project, business. It's just so uncomfortable for everyone. So I would not say that we're doing this at the wrong time. I feel it's actually a good time, right? We just have to, create that plan. All right. Then there was also the part where you mentioned putting what we're doing out there. We can't overemphasize these things. It's we need to schedule it. If you can't schedule it, I promise that you would not be able to do it as much. So you can try to say by the end of the week, this is what I want to put on my GitHub, all right? And then you start preparing those files. When you know the end of something, the way you do it will be aware of that, in the sense that how many of us actually put comments in our code? I don't know. While you write your code, your queries, try to put comments. I'm going to talk about this in a project, right? Because when you pack it up on GitHub, you come back to GitHub and it's like, oh, okay, I think I know what I was trying to do here or what I was not doing here. So because you are going to put the project, you're going to share the project, so you start putting comments in the code. You're going to come back to the project, so you start putting comments in the code. So I think I like your perspective as well, and I think so far we should learn from it too. Yeah, I mean, all right. Thank you, Faith, for sharing that. Any other person want to go next? Any other person want to go next? Yeah, I know you want to talk. Just talk. Ah, okay. So there's a message in the comments. Kelechi Kori.
Okay, I can go next.
Yeah, Dora's go next. Alpha.
Yeah. Do you mind repeating the question though?
Okay. So the question is four things. First, your name. Then tell us how the study group has been for you. Then tell us challenges you've faced. And if you've been able to solve them, you could also tell us how you're able to like solve some of the challenges you've had to face.
Wow. Okay. What was the second question again? Sorry, I'm under the weather.
So the
I'm
second
part of those
question
people.
is what's the study group been like for you?
Okay. 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 So I'm Doras. Yeah.
Hello.
I'm happy to be here. I'm loving the questions. So I had to play catch up on Friday because I'm a student and I had like assessments and all that. So I had to play catch up. I'm at PA now. Today's is pending. Yeah. Then I also identify with Faith with the procrastination thingy. So definitely just timing like we're in this boat together. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad, Faith. But yeah, I've just realized set a time to do it. Sit down until you finish it. Take some breaks and all that. Yeah. So I think that's been the only challenge. And yeah, I'm happy to be here. And Mariam, I like your energy. Please, I'm loving that energy for the rest of us who are under the weather. Yep.
Great. Awesome. Yeah. Exactly right. That's what I'm telling Miriam. I need a class rep. I need someone that would put energy on the group. Anyways, we'll come back to that. Me, I'm going to do nomination. I'll put a pool out and you guys will choose. Now, I'll tell you about the role of the class rep. Don't worry. Miriam, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. You say it's going to be fun. Okay,
It's
so
no emoji that I can just wink. Why? Let me just move. Oh God.
yeah, fish. Okay, so Corey Kelechi on the comment. Hello everyone. Casey is my name. I'm doing well theoretically, but have challenges in the practical. Found it difficult to create a table. Just need time to practice over and over again. Posting on LinkedIn and GitHub, not done. Okay, Corey, let's talk about that for a little bit. So, how do you fix technical challenges? Maybe we should, we should look at that. It's easy to fall for the temptation to copy a code or watch and redo, and when you sit on your own to do it, you cannot remember what happened to it. What did I just learn, right? So how do you fix a problem like that? So I'll give you two ways to do it. One of the ways that I have done it that has worked. The first is when I'm learning, I learn traditionally. What do I mean? I don't imagine that I have help. I'm going to find a help to figure that thing out. I try to think on paper, right? I try to think on paper and I ask why that particular thing. So if you start with, let's say you want to create a table, to create a table, the first thing you ask yourself, what are the things I need to know to create a table in SQL? So go learn that thing. Go watch a video on how a table was created. Watch that video the first time. Watch the video the second time. Write down what you think that the guy did before he created the table. Then watch the video the third time, looking at the notes that you've jotted down. Now, this way, you've been able to understand the process that was involved in creating that table, right? And then now you now sit with yourself and then try to write it on paper. Now, create a table on paper. You don't need to like go to SQL editor to create that table. Just do it on the paper, right? That means you're testing your intuition on that understanding without having to do with the tools, right? Just like coding on paper or designing your doing a UI UX or designing your dashboard on a paper or on a sketch pad before taking it to Power BI or Excel. So that's it, right? Sit down with a paper, a pen and a paper. Try to write down a template or try to create a table in a paper. Then look at the video that the guy did and compare it with your paper. If what you did was how you did it. If you didn't get it, make corrections. If you got it, yay, you did. Then come back to SQL and rough that paper, keep it one side. Then try to do it now with a editor. Of course, the editor will run into error. Then look at your notes again that you've roughed. You know why you rough the paper? It means that you thought you've learned it by roughing that paper, but now you did not. So you're going back to the paper that you've roughed to look at that code again. Now, when you look at that code again, your mind is now is now looking for why you are having error, why SQL is telling you an error, meaning you've understood it, but you're still having syntax error, right? That way, you look at it closely, your brain will figure it out automatically because you've stressed yourself on that particular problem. If you don't learn to stress yourself on a particular problem, you would not figure it out. And if you thought you figured it out, you've just copied and pasted. That means you've copied and you've pasted. You've not understood. So spend more time with the problem. And when you discover that you yourself you are not figuring it out, hey, you can now reach out. And in this case, reach out to me. You could tell me, Timothy, I'm having an issue with this. I've tried this. Of course, if you even come to me, I'll ask you, what have you tried? I've tried this, I've tried that, I've tried this, but it's still do. I'll give you my ideas of how you can figure it out. Then, if you try it and it still didn't work, then you and I will have a video call. And then you share me your screen. I will explain line by line. Or you could even drop the question in the group, just like how some of us used to do, right? I think there was a time, this recent one with offsets. I think it was Ike. He had like he was sure of something, but he wanted to run it through. And then I kind of like did the analysis and like, oh, and then I saw my own mistake too. So that's the beauty, right, of having to deal with. That's how you can deal with the technical challenge, And I think if you try it, just try it, just try it. All right, we can watch the video again. You can watch the recording again, and then just try it. All right. Okay, good. Thank you, Kelechi, for sharing that. Who wants to go next? Kelechi, you on? Ike, your hand is up. All right, you can go first. You can go next.
This should be evening. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, Chief. Good evening.
Yeah, um, I'm so okay by everything so far. The class has been very insightful. Uh, um, by God's grace, I've not missed anything
Oh,
in
really?
irrespective of my busy schedule.
Wow.
But I was actually thinking when the class started that it was going to go like more like hands-on training. Um, but from the materials and everything we've been receiving, it looks like we are doing more like reading and trying to understand it, but without like real practice. So I start wondering why we downloaded and installed the MySQL. So what I'm trying to say is this: I was thinking that some of the assignments should be like um, you give us a table to create, then run some synthesis for on that table, based on that table, then try to share our screen during the class, and
Mm.
like execute some of those syntax that we wrote, and
Yeah.
see how it is going, and then if you have any challenges of any error, we can always resolve it during the meeting. But I don't know. I don't know. This is just what I feel like we can add to what we are doing already. But so far, everything has been so nice. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's good actually. Thank you for sharing that. So in the study group model, let me reframe so that you get it. What you're saying is what we are getting into in this after the second review call, right? Because what I wanted us to do first was to have a foundation for 5 days, 5 days foundation, right? This way, I can monitor three things. I'm going to expose my technique in this study group. God, it's going to be recorded. Okay. All right, it's fine to be recorded. First is I want to understand everybody's strengths. When it comes to strengths in learning and in teaching, I look at three things when it comes to strengths. One, I look at how environmental, like what are the environmental factors that probably were affecting you in that particular concept, right? Maybe your busy schedule or commitment to something or some other thing. All right. Another thing I look at in your strength is your ability to my ability to assess you on what you've learned. And that's where the quiz come in, right? So I look at those assessments. And then the third thing I look at is your ability to communicate that thing you've learned, right? Or that things you've understood. So that's being able to share. Well, that's why if you notice, I'm always asking us, what did you learn? What did you learn? Or I'll ask you, post it on LinkedIn, tag us. That's the whole reason for asking us to post. All right. And tag. And that's the whole reason I'm asking us to share on the group. Once you've completed a quiz, tell us what you've learned. It helps me assess your skills. In the first 5 days, this is what I was trying to achieve. Have I achieved it? 70%, because I didn't get to hear from us on the communication metrics for me. But I was able to like get to see, okay, I think I know what's going on here. And I don't know what's going on here, but I can assume what is going on here based on this. Okay, so being able to look at these things, I've been able to lay a foundation. We're going to 30 days. First 5 days for me is fundamental. Now we've done that. What did I introduce? I'm about to introduce us to a project. Now, this project is a mini project where all the things you've learned in the first 5 days are going to be applied. All right. So it means if you don't understand day one, day two, day three, day four, day five, you're going to now struggle in this project. But because I know that you probably thought you've understood, but when you sit down to write the query, you're going to struggle. I decide to make it a group project. So in three groups, each group are doing the same thing. So you have people in your group that you can share what you're doing and say, oh, what do you think about this thing? I'm having an error. And then people in your group can now say, oh, no, 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 I don't think like this, like this. This is what me I'm doing. And then you guys can send screenshots between yourself. Now that's a study group. You don't have to always come to me to look at what you've done. But then when we come to the review call, everybody can now say, Timothy, I'm going to break your head. I'll punch you. Look at what you did. This project is not straight. It's bent and all that. Aha. Then I can now sit down and say, oh, calm down, calm down, calm down. Let's do it like this. Let's do it like that. Let's do it like this. All right. So that's the model in my head. Right. And that's what I've been working with. So apologies if you feel like you're not practicing. The goal is not to practice in first 5 days. The goal is to have a foundation. That's why we did tables, we did the basics, we did, and then I put some data. If you go through the document, you see that there are some small table to practice with. It's intentional. Just understand within the scope of that topic. Now we're going into the next 5 days. That's the reason why the projects have not been posted, so that nobody will fall for the temptation of going to go and practice. No, no, no. If we do these 30 days, I can bet you if you don't come out from this study group like very solid in SQL, I will not just return your commitment fee, I'll pay you times five of that money that you paid because I know that it works, right? But if we bet the other way, if you come out better in SQL, you pay me times five of whatever you committed in the study group. But let's not bet, because where we're entering now, I mean, what we're going to enter now is project. I bet you're going to ask me why now? Why are you doing this? Because even ChatGPT will not give you a straight answer, right? In the project we're doing. And let me tell you something about the project we're going to do. So I researched from different job stacks, and I discovered the projects that many of these interviews and HR look out for, on a global level and on a local level. I find projects in between, and then I turn those things to be a project we can do. All right. So get ready when I get to the project presentation parts to see some of the things I've been cooking for days now. And yeah, I think that's what I was just saying for now. So Ike, you're right actually. That model of practicing. Yeah. I mean, we already know the model already. So I do not subscribe to that way of learning. I have a different way of learning, of teaching. So maybe that's what I'm hoping to achieve with the study group. And if we do, it will be a good way of learning too. Okay, your hand is up. Okay, you can go ahead and speak.
I'm sorry to disturb the class again.
Okay, no, no, no.
I used to know something before, but I think I've forgotten it a lot. I know there's a way to clean up like CVS or Excel data so that we can easily upload it on SQL and then start running.
Mm,
Is it gonna be part of what we are going to be learning as a group, or like
mm,
I
okay.
don't?
Okay, talking about that, I think when we get into the group project, and you encounter a challenge like that, I can add some less. Okay, so this is what I did. This is what I'm going to do. There's an adjustment for new topics that we can only discover them when we start doing projects. All right.
Yes.
So I'm going to the program allows me to add new lessons on those areas while we go through them. So when we have a challenge like that, I would create a lesson topic for it in the program so that it can also have a way of coming into the course. Yeah, yeah. I'll consider this. What you just said now, I'll put it in. Thank you for calling my attention to that. That's actually true. There's a challenge like that, and I think I've had a few people talk about it. Yeah. I'm trying to take a note. Okay, so who wants to go next while I'm taking my notes? Who wants to talk to us about what the study has been for you? And don't forget, the template is tell us your name, tell us what the study group has been for you, tell us a challenge you've been facing or challenges you've had. And if you've caught them, also tell us how you did it. Yeah. Who wants to go next? So people are just there and they want to go next, but they don't want to go next. I don't know. I'll call your name. Oh. All right. So who wants to go next, guys? Okay. Somebody should just speak. Okay. Now I want to call names. Okay, good. Thank you. Miriam.
Please let me ask a question before anyone goes next.
Oh, yeah.
So it's regarding the project. I used to hear something about portfolio building.
Mm,
So do we in a way maybe start building our portfolio with any of the projects? Is there a way we can do it? I don't know if that's possible. That's part of this study group. Just asking.
okay. So talk about portfolios, right?
Okay.
I've done a research. I have my assistant in the group. We've been doing a research. Let me just expose that research on different portfolios we can use. Now there are different types of portfolios. I
Okay.
think when we've had like 2, 3 projects, I would have a
Okay.
session about portfolio so that way
All right.
we can just focus only on portfolio at that stage. Yeah.
Oh God, you're so good. Thank you. Hey, share you people are feeling. Are you gingered enough? Hey, God. Okay,
Yeah,
let me not talk.
yeah, fish. Anyways, Miriam is fish. You guys should listen to her with like 10% of your heart. All right. So, Fatima, yeah, you've been quiet for a while. How you doing? Do you want to talk? Tell me 4 things regarding to, the study group so far. So one, first, tell us your name. Tell us what the study group has been for you. Then tell us challenges you've had or you faced, and if you've covered it, how did you do it? Fatima, over to you. Yeah, I don't have much time, guys. I actually want to talk about the project because the project is like three projects. I'm going through three projects all at
Yeah.
once. All right. Yeah, Fatima, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry, I was waiting for you to speak. That was why.
Hi, my name is Fatima Tajudin. Good evening, everyone.
Hello. Good
Um,
evening.
the study group has been amazing, honestly, and we've been taking it bit by bit, bit by bit, bit by bit. So, um, let me say, I don't know what to say, but then we've been taking it, we've been pushing, we've been pushing, we've been pushing, and it's been amazing. So, so that's all. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I think there's a way learning with others push you. You will not discover it until you start doing it. Right. And I think that's something that Fatima is holding on to. Yeah. Pushing is not it's not bread though. Pushing is a lot of energy. And I think we're doing so well. I wish I could just give us certification for being able to push. But yeah, nobody rewards that. They only reward the end of something. So I'll I'll look forward to the end. All right, Isaac. I'm Isaac. I'm already learning data science with what Quant. Oh, Quant University. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know that program. When this boot camp started, right as I was about to begin the SQL module. Oh, really? Interesting. My main challenge is knowing if my SQL code is effective. I practice a lot and save my work, but with harder problems. Oh, nice. I spend too much time planning before I code. This can be overwhelming, especially for big data. Exactly. I get it. I get that part. This group has been the biggest help. Seeing everyone push forward motivates me to do the same. I'm grateful for the boot camp. Studying alone is much harder. I hear you, brother. Thanks to the coach for making this possible. You're welcome. Exactly. Studying can really, I made that point before and Isaac just took it out of my mouth. Studying alone can really be a lot, especially when you've not cracked that career. If you've cracked it, you don't need to study with anyone. You could just personally, learn it. But if you've not cracked it, you need to have a way to do that with a group of persons. And I think we're not doing that bad. Like I said, I will have given a certificate for pushing, but it's the end. It's the end. All right, thank you so much, Isaac. We've heard from you before. Now you've just shared the details. What's going on? That's good. That's so good. Okay, one more person before I introduce the project, because I don't want to keep us too long on this call, because some of us are family people. One more person who wants to go next before we get into the project. Mm-hmm. 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 Ah, Oluwa Kemi, what's up? How you doing? Kemi Alpha, I've been looking forward to hear from you. I've been looking forward to hearing from you, bro. And are you? Can you speak where you are now? Can you comfortably speak?
Mhm.
Hmm.
Good
Alpha.
evening, everyone.
Good
I'm okay.
evening. So let me just give the list of things so that it's easy for you to flow. So
Okay.
tell us your name. Tell us what the study group has been for you. Tell us challenges you've had or any challenge you faced, and if you've covered it, how did you cover it? Yeah.
Okay. My name is Oluwakemi. I'm a research student. Then the study for me has given me a kind of sense of community and let me just say um, more responsibilities, sure. Then the challenge is just like you said that it's not easy to study alone. Me, personally, I've not had enough time to go through all the videos and not to talk of even practice. Though I have the software downloaded on my system.
Okay.
I've worked with SQL before, I don't know if I've forgotten most of the things done before. So I don't know if I should say that I want to upskill or I want to start afresh. So those are my challenges, and to overcome them, I think I'll have to set a time for myself, probably this weekend. The reason I've not had enough time is because I'm a research student and have been working on some papers. So I'll set aside time for me to work on my challenges.
All right. Okay. That's good. That's good. Yes, please do. Right. Please do.
Yeah.
Please do. Thank you. And if you need to talk to me about anything, reach out. I left the table open and the table is still open. If you feel like you need more motivation or clarity, just enter my DM. I'm one DM away from us. I'm just a DM away from it. All right. Thank you, Kemi. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank
How's your
you.
paper going though? Hope you're
Ah,
yeah, you're figuring it out.
It's not easy,
I can
but
imagine.
I'm trying my best.
Yeah, more strength and wisdom. More strength.
Thank you.
Sorry. To write academic paper is not beans, man. I can relate. I can relate 20%. Most times, I think one thing I do most times is I help research students with more of their analysis, and I'm just getting into the research thing. I'm more of a tool guy. Like I'm more of a technical person, so I kind of help with modeling and trying to like choose the right model for a project or design the technical part of the project. So that's why I said I can relate 20% because a lot of my guys are always crying in my DM. Timothy that, Timothy this, what are we gonna do? And I'm like, calm down, calm down. This is not beans. Right. So I can only relate 20%, but I pray for more wisdom and strength to figure out this paper thing. All right, that was good. Thank you, Kemi, for sharing. Okay, so let's get into the heart of tonight, which is the project, right? So far so good. We've been able to split the group into three. Am I too fast? Mm, 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 mm. I'm too fast. I'm a fast talker, right? And at the same time, I'm a fast talker. I think I'll stop there. Okay, so let me slow down a bit. Okay, so let's get into the heart of this conversation. Let's talk about the project. So far, so good. We've been able to split the group into three groups, ABC, and we've done 5 days. If you've not completed the five, of course, you know when it's closing. So try as much as. Omar, what did you get? I can't believe I just got. Omar, what did you get? Omar, tell me in the comments what you got. What did you get? Okay, so far so good. We've been able to complete 5 days. My name, God damn it. Okay, so far so good. More, yeah, a fish. He just finally got my name. So so far so good. I think we've been able to do so well with 5 days. If you've been consistent and following, I'm sure you have a good understanding of the bigger picture of the fundamentals of SQL, right? Because we've laid our foundation well, and we've also had practice, quiz practice, and those quiz practice have tested our knowledge of some of these things. So that means we are good to build on it. So let's see what can we do with the 5 days topic we've just learned. So I'm going to be sharing my entire screen, and if you cannot see my screen, it'll probably be your network. So just let me know. I'll leave a comment. I'm sharing the entire screen, so I will not be able to see what's going on. So let's start with Group A. For those of us in Group A, let's see what this project is about. Right. So project A, I'll try as much as to zoom in clearly so we can have a clearer view into the project. And let me see what's my percent like. Okay, I think I have good percent. So let's start with this library data management and query system. I have broken the project down into different phases to cover all the days we've been learning. So that should help. Um, I'll try as much as to be very explicit in this project review. So the goal for this project, if you're in project A, if you join group A, then you should closely pay attention. And the goal is for you to design and build and query a structured library database using SQL only. Right? The system should track books, members, loan, and support meaningful insights through SQL query. You're going to be working with three entries. There's the book, members, and loan. And then for phase one starts with trying to lay that foundation for database and creating of tables. So the first goal for you is to create a new database and prepare it for a schema design. Your task is to create a database, name it library underscore DB, and verify your connection to ensure that your database is actually active using a command. All right. I don't know. You figure out the command for doing that. This phase one is to help you understand how to initiate a database for a real life case. Right. Let's go to phase two. In phase two, your goal is to define your tables and your schemas. All right. So the objective is define your structure for the library system using your table and relationship. So you have about three tables. There is the books table. This is how you can create your table. Create table with the name of the table, and then you know what to do with the remaining instruction, the remaining syntax. And then members table, create table, member, store the library information, and then loan, right? The loan table, track which member borrowed which book. All right. So you're going to create a loan table that says, blah, 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 blah. You know the rest of the query. Once you've done that, use the try to use the describe command. So if you can remember, we learned about describe. Anybody can quickly put it in the comments. What does the describe command does? Yes, let me go to the comment to see. What does the describe command do? When you do describe in your table, what does it do? I'm counting some seconds in my head. Describe. When you do a describe to a table, what does it do? Somebody can you can unmute your mic and speak though, if you already know it offhand, or you could type it. Describe. What does it do? Anybody want to test that understanding here? Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay, I'm moving away from that. You will face it. You will face it when you get to your project. That's all. I get there. You explain to yourselves what describe does. Now, in the phase three, the goal in phase three is for you to, extract information and filter your data in your table. So, view all the books. What's the query to view the books? So your goal is to perform the following task in each of the phases. So view all the group books, show all registered members, find all loans made on a specific date, right? And then display all the books with more than three available copy. All right. So that's the task for phase three. Then phase four. Phase four is focused now on comparison and logical operators. So use operators to build complex conditions and extract insight. So what are the books that were published after 2020, 2015? All right. So get that table. Also get a table on members who joined the book before 2022. Then books that are either fiction or mystic, right? Mystery. Then loans that have not been returned. All right. And then there's a bonus question. If you fail this last one, no problem. Members who joined the group after 2020 and have borrowed books. All right, that's a bonus. If you fail it, no wahala, no wahala. But if you get it, just send the screenshots. And when you're writing your code, your query, always put a comment of the question alongside and some of the things that you want to document. Put it in the query because you're going to be backing up your project. So you might want to keep in mind that your project is going. You're going to come back to this project someday to make a presentation or to assess your skills somehow, or even present it in a job interview of an SQL project you've done. So you want to keep this in mind. All right, so the first five is focused now on order by, distinct, offset, and limits. So you have the following tasks: sort of books alphabetically by titles, list distinct books, genres, Genres: get top five most recent books, skip the first five books, and display the next five. Show the 10 most recent loan not yet returned. All right. So these are the tasks. At the end of this project, I can promise you that you would be able to understand how real databases are modeled using SQL. You'll be able to get some enhanced experience on how to create schemas and how to normalize. You definitely will have built confidence with writing queries, I'm sure. And then you strengthen your way of thinking analytically. Now you're wondering where are the tables, right? Like Uncle Alpha, where is the data going to come from? At the end of every document, you're going to find a document that says, more about the data. So if you click it, it should take us to this. Okay, it should take us to this. So this is the table you're going to be bringing into your editor, right? So let me try to put this on view mode so that I don't have to edit. So continuing from the project you're currently building, you're going to find phase five, which is insert the table into your editor. For this project, there's about 100 rows in total. All right, 30 of the rows are dedicated to the table, to the book table. Give me a second to change this to view. All right, 30 rows are for books, 30 members, and 40 loans record. These are the tables you're going to be inserting into your database. All right, so um, this is the data for your membership table, and then this is the data for the loan table. The total number is at the top: 30 books, 30 members, and 40 loans. That is all on project A. If you're on project A, know that this is what your project is going to look like. You're going to be working with library database management, and query system. So all the guys in group A say yay. All right. Question for those in group A, you have a question, please forward it. Let's answer it on the call. All right. Anybody going next? Okay, you have a question. Yeah, sure. Shoot.
Okay. Earlier, I was going to ask about how we can create data, but I think you gave us a file already. Then the last question is, I know I tried to click join one of the group, probably B. I can't remember, but how can I go about like knowing which group I am in?
Okay. All right. So to know the group you're in, you can click on my name, on my chat, on my number, then check group that me and you share. Check the group that we share. If you've
Okay.
been admitted to a group, you will see the group that you and I share. If you've not been
Okay.
admitted, it means there's no group you've been added to. Yeah, I like it.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, yes. Any question for group A? Because the only questions I'll be answering is in the group. So I think this is the only part we get to ask general question. And if you're in group B, don't worry, you will still get to do group A project, but it will be on a personal level. Because based on recommendation, this is beginners project. The next project we'll be doing will be intermediate, then there'll be advanced, then there'll be industry. All right, these are like my phases. Although it's depending on qualification, like qualifiers. If you qualify to do this project, you move to the next one. Some people might, I don't know. I'm just leaving things to possibility. Some people might not complete this project. So there's a tendency that if you don't complete it within 2 weeks, now the project is 2 weeks, so let me come straight. The project is 2 weeks and it starts the moment the project is live on the classroom. Right now, I've not put it because I wanted us to talk about it before we do it. So once the project is on the classroom, I would blow the whistle that the project is on the classroom and we can start the project. All right. But then it's 2 weeks, 2 weeks. So the moment we start is 2 weeks. In that 2 weeks, we would have our review call twice, right? So that's twice. The first week will be Wednesday, we'll talk about the second week. Then by the end of that second week, I would expect us to submit the project. Now, guess what? You're going to be submitting the project on GitHub, not to my DM. You're going to be submitting the project on GitHub, right? So you're submitting it straight to your portfolio. Then, if we do the correction, you correct it on your portfolio and that way the correction will be easy to do because then it will be on your GitHub. So if you've not explored GitHub yet, I wish you the best because your project is going to be on GitHub. But if you choose not to put it on GitHub, you say you don't want to, you you say you have coconut head that you will not put it on GitHub. You're not doing again. In fact, you're not even doing. Then fine, you can send it as a file, but I cannot guarantee that I'll check it. Now, let me tell you what I'll do with the project. When we come to present the project, I would reach out to many of my senior guys in SQL, database engineers and data engineers. I'll reach out to them and I'll invite them to our project presentation so that they can, be our judge for our project. So they'll be the ones to judge your project. Not me. I'm your coach. I'm just your guide. Right? These guys are the ones you are going to have to present your project to. So that's the bigger picture when we are done in 2 weeks. Then once we close the project, we'll start on that one again, which is the intermediate. Another first 5 days of a plant. I mean second 5 days again. Then like that and like that. In 30 days, you go here. Yeah. All right. So that's all for these projects. Last questions. Questions coming in before we call it a close for project A. Let me start getting ready for project B.
Can I ask?
Okay, question. Is there a question? You can speak,
Yes, yes.
please. Okay, all right, sure, go ahead.
So I want to ask. I know we are in a team, right? Are we
Yeah.
doing it individually? We are doing just one project per team. Or simple- Are we doing per team?
Okay, so it's not a group project like everybody's going to submit one file. No, it's individual, but in a group style, in the sense that you will do your own project and you share what you're learning or you share your project with other people in your group that are doing the same thing, so that way you can always be doing this. You can get live, you can get feedback, correction, adjust your work, or anything you're struggling with. You can have people to say, oh, this is what I've passed phase one, or I'm in phase three, this is what I did in phase three. So that way everybody in the group is doing the same thing, but you're doing it individually and you have to all finish it within 2 weeks. Yeah, so it's individual project in a group style.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
Yeah, cool. Okay, what's up?
I want to confirm.
Okay.
Yeah, it the the group project will be like individually, and what will the output look like? Like what we're going to be submitting,
Oh, okay.
and what will the assessment look like? Is it like when we finish the project, each syntax we run, we just print it out? I don't know. Like,
Mm,
what
okay.
will the output look like?
All right, that's good. So, the project is going to be submitted on GitHub as your file, your SQL file, right? You create a folder, a repo for your project on GitHub, and then the file itself will be sent to GitHub. Then, for your project presentation, you can create a report that summarizes the project. So that way, non-technical persons can understand the project, and if they now want to see the what the table comes out as, they can ask for your code, but mainly a report to present to non-technical people about what you've done, and then the SQL itself file. So it's where you're now putting your report. You can want to take a screenshot of some of the insights that summarizes the project, but then that's like how the projects flow. I'll put all of this in the documentation when I put the project on the Google Classroom.
Please, Coach Team, I have one more question, please.
All right, sure, sure, go ahead.
That can I use? Sorry, can we use Jupyter Notebook? Can we
Yes,
use library?
yes. Any editor at all, as long as it's professional, right, and it allows you to be able to spread your tentacles, that's good. In fact, I would have said some of us that want to use Jupyter, and we should use it because I want we're gonna get to a point where in the advanced project, there's gonna be an advanced project I'm working on currently where we can synergize between Python and SQL, right? I call it integrated SQL project, right? Where you're going to integrate SQL with other programs. Although some people might not get it because if you're not good in Python, you might not flow. But I have a project like that. So it means that when we get to advance, I'm going to shuffle the group on those that are into, more data science related. I want to like explore integrating SQL with Python. And those that are not into Python can focus only on like SQL and Power BI. I have a advanced project for that. But yes, more you're right, please. Do that. Just do it. Okay, I think I like this. Yeah, this is good. Okay, project B, group B. I mean to say, let's talk about group B project. Thank you guys for sharing those thoughts. I think I should note some things down before I fly because I am also a very busy person and I might just miss something. So, project documentation more explicit. Mm, focus on technicals and files on GitHub, and then integration. Uh, okay, all right, cool. Let's get into project B. Nalu, Chinalu, your hand is up. I didn't even notice. Sorry. What's up?
Cool. I have a question.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay, so speaking about GitHub, so I remember doing my installation and all of that. I tried linking my SQL server to my GitHub, and I really experienced a lot of challenges doing that. So how do I go about
Well, if you try to do the that technique, if you try wanting to connect both and it's not working, don't stress yourself, my dear. You could do this traditionally. What do I mean traditionally? You could actually just go to GitHub separately, create the repo that you want, understand, write your README file for the project, prepare those ones, right? Then create all the subfolders, maybe MySQL journey, then project one, because we're going to do a lot of projects. Then inside the project, you can pick the project title, then just manually upload it like your SQL file, upload it on the project. Then if you create the slide or the reports, you upload it as well manually. Then write your README file, and then the project is all set. So you could just do it manually or traditionally if that connection, you don't need to worry yourself about that again. Sorry for the stress.
it? Okay, thank you.
Really. All right, good. I think we have done some justice to group A. If you're in group A, you already know what is coming for you now. So I would just fly away to group B. So let's talk about group B. I actually like group B projects. But you can see I'm not a movie fan. Every movie I watch, my friends recommend it. Okay, somebody raise their hands. I'm not sure. Yeah, Fatima, what's up? Your hand is raised.
Yeah. So I just wanted to confirm because so I've been back and forth. I just hope that this class is recorded.
Oh, okay,
I
yeah,
want
yeah,
to
yeah.
confirm.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's being recorded. Oh yeah, it's still being recorded. 1 hour and 10 minutes. It's still being recorded. I was scared. All right, this is being recorded. Fear not, my dear. Your class is being recorded.
Thank you.
All right, so let's talk about Project B, movie rating database. If you're a movie person and you're in Group B, you might just find this your thing. Let's put this on view mode only, and let's take some zoom in to. Now, for a movie rating database, the goal is for you to build and explore a movie rating system using SQL. SQL is going to be used for you to understand how users rate the movies, identify popular titles, and then, perform meaningful analysis with SQL statements. So in the first one, you're supposed to set up your database and table. So create your database, and you have different tables you're going to be creating. There's the user table, there's the movie table, there's a rating table. These tables are fundamentals to your work. And then you're going to use the describe function to do whatever describe does. Then in the phase two, your goal is to insert the data into the database, all right? Insert data into the table, insert data into the user, movie, and rating tables. Then in your step two of that same, you know, phase, the goal is for you to view, perform the following query that can help you, get a hang of what the data look like. All users for all the tables for the user table, all the users for the users table, all the movie for the movies table, rating records for rating tables, and then find movies based on specific users. This is a bonus question, right? So my bonuses are bonus. I do not really count them, but if you get it, then you get a score for that. It's just added. In your phase three, you're supposed to use the comparison and logical operator, which we learned in day four to be able to do this. All right. Find users older than 25. Find movies released between 20,000 to 2020. Find female users from Abuja. Find movies that are not science fictions. Find rating that are greater or equals to 4. Then in the phase four of the project, you're supposed to use the sort filter and you know all of those distinct order offsets and limits. Here are some queries you're going to be trying to do to get insight into the data, such as sorting the data for recent years, finding the distinct genres in the data, trying to find the top highest rated movies. Skip the first two rows and display the next three. Sort users alphabetically. All right. If you're looking for the table, check at the end of this document. You'll find the table here. All right. So this table. So continuation of your projects, you'll find that you're also going to be working with 100 rows. 20 of your rows are for users record, 20 are for the movies, 60 are the ratings. So all of the tables that you need, there's a documentation for it. You could just copy the table and take it to your editor, right? And if you run into error, you know what to do already. So that's what Projects B is about, right? Movie rating database and being able to work with a user records movie rating movies and then the rating of those movies. So more like a movie rating system in summary. Okay, so all the group B members say yay. That's what your project is gonna look like. Question, question, questions. Okay, okay, I thought Fatima hand was up. All right, so the project is going to be shared on the Google Classroom so you can get to see your project. Please remember you have 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. All right, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. All right, the project has been broken down so it's easy for us to flow. I think the highest phase in any project is like phase. Okay, let's not talk. You'll see it when you get there. Let's get to the last group and let's see what group C project looks like. Can I close this? Close this. So group C project is more focused on a banking system. So I'm thinking of something that is more, commerce related, and that's what I'm giving to group C. Like I said, you don't know the group project you are doing until you have to join a group first, and then you now know, oh, this is a group project I'm doing. So if you're not interested in movie, you will do it like that. Enough stress. You're bounded to the rules of this study group, guys. So now why? Now the reason is because um it's not all the time you get to do what you love, and your learning should not be you should not always learn what you love, right? What you enjoy. You're meant to learn vast on a vast level. And then while you build, you can now when you've understood, then you can now choose to specialize. No institutions specializes at the first level of your degree, right? The first few months of your days in that course will be, you know, general. There's no specification. So that's the reason why I'm not specifying on project yet. I just want us to like apply what we've learned in the first 5 days to this project. All right, let's get into simple banking system. Now, this project is quite interesting. Why is it interesting? Well, you're about to find out. The simple banking system is an SQL project that helps us to understand how a bank manages their customers, the accounts of the customers, and different transactions. All right. The objective is for you to, learn how you can design and normalize a database schema, write basic queries, use logical and comparison operators that can be used in the business settings, and then use these guys to effectively manage your query, order by, distinct, offset, and limits. All right, so in the first set of your projects, you're meant to, focus on creating your schema and your database. In the second, your focus is on, yeah, creating table. Okay, the first is creating your database. The second phase is to create your tables. You're going to be working with customer table, where all the information of the customer should be. Account table, where all the customer accounts, their balance, and the different types of accounts that they've opened in the bank will be. Transaction table, this tracks all the deposits, withdraw, and transfer transactions. All right. So once you've done that, check the schema of your table using describe. Oh shit, I just said the function of describe. Okay, then phase four, write your queries. Focus your queries on the following questions. All customers, specific colons, filter by condition, filter by transaction, and combine filters. Phase four, focus on answering the following questions. Which accounts, or what are the accounts that are greater than 100,000 by balance? All right. What customers are specific from cities in Lagos and Abuja? All right. Who are the customers that their accounts are inactive? All right. What are the transactions that falls between 1,000 to 10,000? And then what are the customers that they are from Nigeria and they live or reside in Lagos? All right, this is more specific now. Nigeria in Lagos. All right. And then phase five would test your understanding on working with order by, distinct, offsets, and limits. You're supposed to practice the following queries. These are your tasks for this phase. Talking about the data you're using, if you check the end of the document, you would find a documentation that takes you to the tables you'll be working with. As usual, I've made this data to be 100, 30 rows for your customer table, and 40 to 50 for your account, and then the remaining number goes to transaction. So all the data you need, all the information you need is in the documentation. So once the document is uploaded, please review over and over again and try to understand. The first thing for every data project is understand the project. Then the second thing is understand the data, right? Then the third thing is understand what you want to report, right? What you've been asked to find. All right. And then the last thing is understand how you want to communicate your findings. If you do these four things, you would discover how much you would get a hang of every data analytics project. So the first is understand the project document, understand what the project is about, then understand the data that you've been provided with, then understand your objective. What are you supposed to do with this project now? Then understand who are you communicating this project to, so that you can also know how to present that findings to them. These are the four things you can adopt. I mean, I've always used this in every project I do, so I guess I can easily say it works. So that's everything for Project C, Group C. Yeah, those in Group C. All right. So all Group C members say, "Yay!" Your project is actually focused on banking system. So you would be specifying on just that project. The whole project is going to be accessible actually on the Google Classroom. So at the end of the study group, you can always revisit any of these projects. But for now, within 2 weeks, what can you do with what you've learned? What can you do with the group you found yourself? All right. And in each group, there's going to be a class rep. All right. In each of the groups, there's going to be a class rep. The class rep is committed to reaching out to me. The class rep is actually supposed to reach out to me if there's a problem that he need that needs my attention. Maybe a call. The group wants to have a call, but then those calls should be real. Don't I don't like having calls randomly because my schedule is very tight. But then I don't mind if the class rep has that as a very important need. You guys can meet as a group and then you can like give me feedback. And if you want me to be in the call, you could also reach out to me. I would join the group and join the call and we can answer technical thoughts. But then that's what the study group will look like. The group will nominate their class rep. I wanted to nominate class rep for each of the group, but uh, I will just stay and observe first because this is the first project group. I'm very skeptical about it. Some people might run away, some people might stay. Let's see who runs and who stays. That'll be all for now. Question for group C. Yeah, I know some people will run away. I worked with a lot of students. I know how scary some things can be, and at the same time, I know schedules are tight. I know, I understand this, but please, just if you discover you're losing energy for this study group, reach out to me. I will lay hand on you and transfer the glory to you. If you need laying hands, come to my dear. Let me lay hand. But as for this project, you will do it, right? And if you not do it in this program, you will do it in another time. But then do it now because there's a saying that says when you do something, that you should do things when other people are doing it, right? They'll say, your mate didn't have two head. Oh, they have two head, oh, mommy, they have two head. Forget that thing used to tell us. They actually have two head, right? But then do it while others are doing it so that you can also learn from this. The goal is to learn, all right? The goal is to learn, trust me. The goal is to learn. If you don't learn, then you have missed out from the objective of this project. So use the project to learn. And I promise you, you would be glad you actually did this project. The project is simple. Don't forget, it's simple. It's just faces. If you achieve each faces once in 2 days, one face in 2 days, you'll be surprised how much you would have covered before even the deadline. And I will keep reminding us of the deadline. I promise. I promise. All right, guys. By tomorrow, the project should be on your on the Google Classroom, so that we can start to review the project. And today is what? Let me see my schedule. Today is Wednesday, so by Friday the project will kick up. Right, the project will kick up on Friday, because by tomorrow morning the project should be on the Google Classroom. So review it before the end of the day. You have 24 hours to review the project. Then by Friday, your group can now start having conversations and choose anything that works for you regarding to the project. I am going to pardon all those that did not join the study group before the deadline. I will pardon you and admit you into the study group projects. But this is like the last time. All right. If we have a deadline, if you don't communicate, then I will assume that you're not serious. That's what I will do. Right. I don't like to assume, but I will assume you're not serious if you don't communicate. So try as much as to communicate if you have a challenge so that I can know what is going on. I'm no God. So how will I know that you're struggling? I can't. All right, guys. Question before we call it a day. I want to end exactly 9:30 West African time, and we are 3 minutes to that time, or 4 minutes. So, questions. The project is fun. I bet you will like it. You will love it. How did all lovely guys used to say that? You will love it. You will like it. You will do it, and we will come out happy. Actually, we will not come out happy. We'll come out fulfilled, right? Because I can bet you that before the year end, you will have learned SQL to an extent if you really, really stay with this study. I mean, that's something that we can achieve together. All right. Question. Question. Question.
Okay, cool. I have question.
More. Thank you. What's up?
Fine. Thank you very much. It's already overwhelming, but we are going somewhere. We are getting-
Exactly.
So, my question is, it's about the presentation. So you said you
Mm,
said to invite some guys to,
yeah.
So, so what about us that we are using books? Like we are not using system, we are using some kind of desktop books. how are we going to handle that kind of situation? Just
Okay.
in case. Yeah.
That's true. Okay, well, it still works in the sense that if you have a bit of a challenge with maybe you cannot present some things because of the maybe there's a light, there's a technical issue, or yeah, the timing doesn't favor as 100, it doesn't check 100%. You can actually team up with someone that is presenting from your group and present. Right. In each project, I'm expecting a minimum of 3 persons to present. Minimum of 3 persons. So you can team up with someone during the presentation and say, okay, I'll present the non-technical part, you present the technical part. Or I'll present the technical part, you present the non-technical part. At the end of the day, it's just to share that project among each other. So I think that's what we'll do when we get to that point. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so let me just say this. I've not figured out everything. No. Let me just say it. I'm actually figuring out a lot of things from us here because it's a study group. Me myself, I'm also learning. So why am I saying this? I want us to learn to be okay with not being good or not being there where we want to be. Right? We have to learn to be okay with it. If you're struggling, be okay with it and find a way around it. Like talk to somebody, right? So don't think you would figure everything out all alone. Nah, I'm not even figuring anything out. You know, just say, I'm not even stressing my head. I'm actually just learning, and I learn intentions. I'm intentionally following this program. So even though I'm the coach, you'll be surprised how much learning I do before I come to us. Right, I spend minimum of 2 to 3 hours. Right. I was talking to one of us on the group now. Like I was talking to her, I was working on the project. Like I've done the project research and everything, but yet I still need to perfect it because I know that this is something that would go far as portfolio. So I can't just do anything anyhow. So it means I'm also learning here with us. So it's okay if you're struggling, just reach out to someone or anyone, and I can promise you you'll find help. All right, guys, it's 9:30 West African time. Thank you for creating a time to join, and I hope we get to see the end of this study group together while really, really growing. And at the same time, some of us are not joining the review call. I don't know why, but then, good night, guys. Take good care of yourself and your loved ones too, and we will talk in the group. Bye for now.
Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye. Day.
Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye.
Bye for now, sir.
Yeah, good night, guys.
S cool on the beat. S cool on the beat.